Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to a Smart Investor channel. So, all right, guys, listen up. I have a Canadian penny stock that I've been wanting to share with you for a while, and it is part of the online betting industry. This penny stock is the Score Media. So, very important, guys. I have been holding this company for a few months now, and since I'm a Canadian, I purchased this stock in the Toronto Exchange Market with ticker symbol SCR.TO. So, now for my American viewers, because I know I have a lot of you guys, and I fairly appreciate that because I am investing in tons of American stocks. You can also buy this stock in the OTC under ticker symbol TSCRF. As a side note, no matter where you live, whether it's in Canada, USA, or Europe, I personally do not only diversify my portfolios in different industries, but I also make sure to dedicate a portion of my portfolios into different markets across the world. This strategy has paid me off tremendously, especially in the current context. Now, for today's video, I will cover the company's profile, financials, risks, and finish off as usual with my technical analysis as well as my play. For those new to the channel, I'm a corporate professional stock investor, real estate investor, and a passionate PC gamer. And I also do YouTube videos to share my knowledge and passion with like minds like yourselves. So that being said, please smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to not miss any of my videos. So now let's get right to it. All right, guys, so in a nutshell, okay, the Score is very well known in Canada. It's actually one of the biggest brands, and they actually have a lot more subscribers and viewers than TSN itself. So it's actually pretty huge, especially in Ontario, which is the biggest province per population. And they have the complete almost monopoly there. Okay, so it's actually a platform that previously was only to watch, like, let's say, the results, the data for, hockey, football, basketball, and so on and so forth. But then it converted into online betting. So they have their own platform to make bets, right? So that would compete eventually to DraftKings, let's say Golden Nugget, and so on online, right? So that's pretty interesting edge that they have because they already have a huge databases of Canadian viewers and subscribers. So I see a lot of potential there for the Canadian market. What's very interesting is that recently they got, in the last year or so, into the American market and in partnership with Penn National Gaming. So as you know, this is a big one, guys, right? So let's take a closer look. They are already in New Jersey and they're looking in Colorado, Indiana since September. So that's done. And in Iowa in partnership with Penn National Gaming. So they are penetrating, in a nutshell, right, the American states. So this is really great. And they also have a partnership with the Twin River Worldwide Holdings to get into the whole New Jersey, right, online casino. So guys, I see a lot of great things for the Score, especially that they've been there for so long. They're not a profitable business. We'll look at their financials. It's not great. So there's definitely advantages. There's disadvantages to this company. But so far, I see a great path to this company if their business plan and vision continues to expand in the Canadian market, but also the American market, while driving sales up and costs down. That is very crucial, guys. So the next earnings will be instrumental. So what I like about this company, guys, is that people seem to actually come back to the website and actually use their platform, but also their apps, right? So look at this. Full year 2021 is already off to a strong start with a total gaming handle in September of up 500% year over year, with that momentum continuing in October. Media advertising sales in September also set a new record for a single month. Retained 83% of our media apps audiences versus last year's same quarter. Okay, so this is great, guys. And look, I mean, in a nutshell, I mean, they have more views, more people subscribe, so they're very strong. Okay, so this is a strength. We'll look shortly into their Q1 2021 results. They weren't as great as last year. Okay, so that's something to be very careful on. All right, guys. So their main focus here last quarter and this quarter will be to launch in Colorado and Indiana. And then look at this. The Score app actually had a lot of rewards here. AGR Awards, Best Product Innovation, US Rising Star, and they actually even had like amongst the 50 companies, I think, don't quote me on this, but amongst the most innovative and fast-growing companies in Canada. All right, guys. So here, as you can see very quickly, Q4 2020 compared to last year, same quarter. Look at this. Less revenues. EBITDA is more negative. Operating expenses the same, but not as much revenues as last year. So definitely, they have a lot of improvement to be done in here. How they explain it in their whole summary is that, obviously COVID-19 did hit them. There's less, and there's no games, right? Basically, there weren't in 2020, at least later in the year, right? So, and now it's picking up very slowly. Q1, when I looked at the results for 2021, same thing, guys. The results are similar to what you're seeing here. So it's not as it's not impressive by no means. We're gonna have to be very careful on that. We're gonna need to see improvement on the next quarter, okay? It is a penny stock, so you know what? I'm willing to take that risk because I see a great path here for this company if they do things right. They actually just did quite a few share offerings, so they're picking up money on that. So that's going to be great because it's going to help them through these burning cash quarter on quarter because they are burning a lot of money, guys. Another piece of information here that's interesting to note is that 20% of the shares are held by all insiders, right? And I haven't seen like major selling off here from insiders, so that's a great sign. That means they believe in their company, and they've actually, I think, even done 500% since the last time I checked on in terms of their share. We'll look at that shortly. So, the fact that they're not selling, I really like that as well. And, as you can see, institutions do have a hold into this company as well. So there is an interest in this. All right, guys. So for the company in Canada, this is going to be crucial, guys. The government will try to pass a bill called C-13 and C-218 to actually legalize single event sports wagering. At the moment, we can't do that in Canada. Canadians can only do a combination of multi-sports and bettings, which actually, kind of sucks. But to be honest, I'd like to actually pick, the Canadians to beat whoever, Ottawa or whatnot. Sorry for any fans there. That being said, look at this. So the special date, we're going to skip the whole thing here and go here. February 17, okay, is the date that it's scheduled to actually receive the second reading of this bill, okay? And there's actually a third reading, if I'm not mistaken, and then it's a vote and so on and so forth, and then until it's passed, okay? If it is passed, this is great news, guys, because I believe that there's going to be an increase of wagering into their online betting, okay? All right, so I find this article very interesting. This guy actually compared the score with DraftKings. According to him, this could be the next DraftKings, at least for Canada, and he actually promotes this as a buy. Though I wouldn't compare necessarily personally with DraftKings because I believe they're quite different in size. They're in major leagues. The other one is still in the womb trying to actually prove themselves, right? So it's completely different for me personally. The marketing strategy is very strong with DraftKings, right? And they are actually have great revenues like GNOG and RSI and other companies are online, right? So they're making real revenues despite COVID-19, so that's impressive. Score Media still has a lot to prove, though with a lot of potential. What I do agree with this article, though, is that it is very expensive right now in terms of the share price compared to the sales, okay? So this article is saying that the sales ratio to shares ratio to sales is 108 times. So that's huge, guys. And it's 111 times to the book value. So no questions asked, guys. This is definitely a risky one. I've been there since the actually less than $2 and I've averaged costs up. And actually, I'm doing a lot of money on this one. But keep in mind that you should be aware that at this point, it's very pricey. There's still a lot of money. I think personally that we could still double up. But this is going to be a very volatile stock, especially if their next earnings is not impressive from previous year, okay? So we need to be attentive on that. All right, so for my American friends here, you'll have to use the ticker symbol TSCRF, which is in the OTC stock market. So very important. It closed at $4.2 US. The last range actually in the last 52 weeks was $1.2 to $4.4, okay? So it's been quadrupling almost in the last 52 weeks. It's a market cap of $1.8 billion. So we're not going to look today at the charts of the American one just because the last charts that they have until is January 5th. So that's not enough for us. We're going to look into the Canadian, which has the last year's charts. So that's going to be a lot more interesting to watch. All right, guys. So in the Canadian market, the ticker symbol is SCR.TO. It closed last week at $5.34. So that's actually pretty good. So before I get into the charts, I just want to let you know of one detail, okay? What I do personally, I bought my majority of stocks are actually in the American market, and I have in the Canadian market, in the Asian market, and European market, okay? So I'm well diversified. What I like to do though is keep, some sum of money actually in the exchange rate and use the currency volatility that sometimes occurs to actually take full advantage of that, okay? I personally never do my currency exchanges with banks or even my broker of stocks because they actually charge you 2% to up to 4% per transaction, guys. So they actually butcher you right off the bat. I use a personal app there that I find, and I find actually extremely useful. It becomes friendly user once you actually get all the paperwork done, and you actually get charged around 0.78% instead of the whole 2% to up to 4%. So if you guys would like me to talk more about that exchange strategy that I use to actually buy stocks in other markets, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to cover that and actually even give you a referral link so we can both actually be winners on that, okay? So that being said, let's move with the charts. All right, guys, so this is going to be the first time that I'm going to share you personal information. I haven't done this before, so I'm actually happy to do it, and I hope that this is of added value for you and that you like this kind of content. Let me know in the comments below if you appreciate this, okay? And hit that like button as well. That being said, look, it's at $5.34, as you can see here right now, the share price, and I actually purchased it at an average of $2.34. I still have standing 230 shares. I have to be honest, at the beginning, I bought like 50 shares under $2, and I added more shares as we went through, but the price obviously went up and up. Currently, I still have profits of almost $700 and profit more or less 127%. It actually even went further than that, but because of the average cost purchasing that I did and because I took profits as well, then this actually went down. But notice that definitely I still have 230 shares. I might actually consider re-entering into this if it goes below a certain level, but if not, just know that I really took about 300 shares in profit. And like I always say, guys, when you're in green and you've doubled up, do not hesitate to take at least half of your profits of shares because you got to protect your return on investment and capital initial one. Okay, so very important, guys. That's my personal strategy. I'm not an advisor, so I'm not telling you what to do, but that was just my personal opinion and I wanted to share that. Now let's move on to the charts. All right, guys, so this is a beautiful chart, and that's why today it's going to be a short and sweet one. So as you can see, before December, this stock was at 67 cents, and it wasn't moving. It was actually pretty flat from there. Since then, it picked up. This just took off. As you can see, it's been consolidating for a month or so at this level here between $1.33 and $2. And since then, you can see that this has skyrocketed. It hasn't actually cooled off significantly yet, and I do expect this to happen, and we'll see if it happens in the next few days or weeks, but that will be something to watch for you if you are actually looking into get into this. Okay, so let's look here at the support levels. Personally speaking, okay, this is just my personal opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should seek one if you actually want to purchase anything. But that being said, my personal opinion is that what I'll be watching, okay, I won't be purchasing at these prices. So anywhere in between $4 and $5, and it's not some I'm not gonna get in because I do expect a significant cool off. It might not happen, by the way, and it actually might just take off even further to the $10 mark and double up. But realistically speaking, it should probably cool off because it's due for that, and it's actually pretty pricey, like I said, in terms of the share price. The support levels, the real ones that I would actually personally watch. So $3.38, it's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Okay, $3 range, definitely, that's something to consider at a very small portion of money. And then anything below $3, I'll be honest, okay, that's where I personally will get in again. Okay, I will average cost up if I need to, of course, and I'll buy 100 shares each time that I purchase more. Okay, anything below $3 is definitely something that I'll consider, and more specifically right here, $2.79, that was a great support level. As you can see here, it's been tested so many times in the past. Okay, if it actually does fall down to $1.88 at some point, and that I still see some potential into this company at that point, then definitely this has become a support level that is very strong, and that I will load up the boat. It's a no-brainer that if it falls to 67 cents, which I don't expect that to happen, quite honest, but realistically speaking, most likely what would happen, it's between $2.25 and $3. That would definitely be a buying zone for me personally. Okay, and then secondly, the other buying point zone would be anywhere between $3 and $3.35. Okay, that would be a small position for me and a more significant one below $3. Okay, I personally wouldn't buy here in the $5 range or $4 for that matter. That's just me, personally. You might think differently and say, hey, I'm just gonna buy 50 shares. It's nothing. I just want to get my feet into this and follow the stock. And if you want to do that, then personally I would look here more potentially at $4.20 and $4.40. Okay, if it actually reaches down there, then if you absolutely want to get your feet wet, then that's maybe more the price that would be more convenient. Okay, because right now that's where we are, guys. Okay, we're at all times high, and it seems that this one definitely wants to bust it up. It seems it's on a run, guys. It's pretty hype, but it might cool off pretty significantly as well. So we'll see in the next few days. Definitely this is going to be a decisive moment. All right, guys, so listen, that concludes my thoughts on this stock. Let me know in the comments below and smash that like button if you did like that I brought you a Canadian stock, and if you'd like me to actually moving forward bring you other type of stocks from different countries and that you'd like to diversify or you find the content interesting. Okay, definitely please leave me those comments below, because at the end of the day, I want this to be a discussion and this to be as entertaining, yes, but as an investor to be interesting as well and appealing for you and I. Okay, so I brought you this. It's the first time I brought my personal information into this as well. Let me know in the comments below and smash that like button as well if you did. I appreciate that as well. And that being said, let me know, what do you think about this company? I'd be curious. Do you think it's gonna bust that $5 and go to the $10 mark? I think it might actually, and actually if it does do good earnings and it actually all the states in America get legalized, you know what, this is gonna be like the cannabis. I think even the small ones players are actually gonna do well. But that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you think. And also don't forget, if you are new to this channel, consider actually following the channel by hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Guys, have an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Peace out.